back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to crochet the stitch called the cluster stitch. So this is mainly used for baby blankets. Today I'll be using these two colors. This a nice light yellow, this one a glittery pink, which I also used in this square too. And the hook size I will also be using for you today is 4.0, which is the same hook size I also used for this. And in this tutorial I'll also be showing you how to change two colors whilst crocheting into the square. Let's start. So firstly, I will be using this light yellow yarn. You can start with whatever color you want. So let me show you the slip knot in case you've forgotten. You put your yarn like this, put the cut side over the long side, put your thumb and your index finger under it. Then you got your other hand, you just give this piece of yarn to these two fingers right here. Then the other hand, you pull this long piece of yarn and you pull this and it makes a slip knot. And remember, if this is really long, just cut it like just about here, maybe just 6 centimeters or 5 away, just so it doesn't get into your way. So as always, I'll be using the 4.0 millimeter hook. Pull the long piece like that. Okay, the first step is that we have to chain 10 normal chains. Okay, let's start with the first one. We yarn over and you take out the first loop. That is one chain right over there. Remember to keep this loop always loose, always, not too tight. Then you yarn over again, take out the second chain, 2 loops. Yarn over, take the first loop out, 3, yarn over, take the first loop out, 4, okay, I won't be saying it now, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now I have got a 10 number of chains. This will be the length of the square I will be using today. Now let's start crocheting the second layer. In this layer we will be doing single crochet, so we have to chain an extra one like that. Now I have to go into the second chain. So this is the first chain, this is the second one. Okay, we put it in like that. Now I've got 2 loops on my hook. Like we did when we were training, we had to yarn over, take out just the first loop like that. Okay, now you've got 2 loops on your hook. You yarn over and you take out the last 2 loops like that. See, it has formed a side V, which is now called our stitch. Let's show you in the next chain. Go into the next chain like that. 2 loops on my hook. Yarn over, take out the first loop. Yarn over, take out the last 2 loops. I have got 2 stitches now. I go into the next stitch like that. I yarn over, take out the first loop. Yarn over, I take out the last 2 loops. I'll be showing you one last time now. You go inside the chain like that. You got 2 loops on your hook. You yarn over, take out the first loop. You yarn over, take out the last 2 loops. Keep doing this until you get all 10 chains. Now I have completed the second layer. I will now show you in the next layer how to do the clusters. If you're wondering what clusters are, this is called a cluster stitch. These triangles that you can see, even the pink ones and the whites, these triangles, they are called clusters. So in this layer, I will be showing you how to crochet the clusters. So first, in this one, we will be doing double crochet. So I have to chain 2. 1, 2. Okay, now this is my layer. I have to flip it around just like that, turn it around. Now what we have to do is we have to yarn over into the first ever stitch, not in the chains, in the first ever stitch like that, the one that's got the side V's. You have to do a double crochet. So you yarn over, take the first loop out, yarn over, take out the next 2 loops out, yarn over, you take the last 2 loops out. Okay, that has now made a double crochet. So we will move on to the next part. We have to chain 1 and we have to do a double crochet into the 3rd stitch. So if I turn it over like this, this is one side V, this is the second one, this is the 3rd one. Can you see? Now we have to go into the 3rd one like that. Okay, so I yarn over. So 1, 2, 3. I go into the third one. Oops, there, like that. I yarn over, take out the first loop. Wait. Oh no, let me try that. Over, take out the first loop. Yarn over, take out the next 2 loops. Yarn over, take out the last 2 loops like that. That is 1 double crochet of our cluster done. We have to do 2 more double crochets in the same stitch. Remember, in the other tutorials, I have shown you that I told you that if the stitch is loose and open, it means you have already went into that stitch. So we have to do a double crochet in that loose and open stitch. So we go in there, yarn over, take out the first, take out the first loop like that. Yarn over, take out the next 2 loops, yarn over and take out the last 2 loops. See, now we have 2 double crochets into that 1 stitch. Let's do the last double crochet in there. We yarn over, go into the same stitch again, remember, not the next stitch. Then yarn over, take out the first loop, that, okay. Then yarn over, take out the next 2 loops, yarn over, take out the last 2 loops. See, look, now we have done our first cluster and it's looking like the triangles here now. Okay, let's go into the next cluster. What we have to do is we have to chain 1 like we did before. And remember, we have to go into the 3rd stitch because we need to leave a gap. So remember, wait, I do it at the side. That's 1 stitch, that's 2, that's 3, 3rd one. We have to go into the 3rd one. So remember to yarn over before going in. I go into the 3rd stitch. I yarn over, take out the first loop, yarn over, take out the next 2 loops, yarn over, take out the last 2 loops. That's 1 double crochet done. Yarn over, go back inside the same stitch, yarn over, take out the first loop, yarn over, take out the next 2 loops, yarn over, take out the last 2 loops. Okay, I have done 2 double crochets. Now we yarn over, we do another double crochet in there, yarn over, take out the first loop, yarn over, take out the next 2 loops out, yarn over, take out the last 2 loops out. Okay, we have now done our 2nd cluster. Now we chain another one like that. We yarn over. Oh yeah, remember to go into the 3rd one. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Let's go into the 3rd one. Oops, both of the loops, guys. Yarn over, take out the first loop, yarn over, take out the next 2 loops, yarn over, take out the last 2 loops like that. Yarn over, go into the loose and open stitch again, yarn over, take out the first loop, yarn over, take out the next 2 loops, yarn over, take out the last 2 loops. I have done 2 double crochets now, 1 last one to go. Yarn over, go into the loop, yarn over, take out the first loop, yarn over, take out the next 2 loops, yarn over, go into the last 2 loops. Okay, now I have finally finished this layer. This is how you change color. So first I'll just pull the loop away from me and I take it out. And you know this the last ever stitch we did, we just go into the first loop like that. Then you just pull it like that, and now it showed us into this one. Now we have to finish off that 3rd double crochet again. So yarn over, take out the first loop, yarn over, take out the next 2 loops. But wait, you don't yarn over and then you take these 2 loops out. You have to, what you have to do, wait, let me get my scissors. You have to cut it just like up to here, like, no, like there, not there. Like 8 centimeters, I don't know, like away from your hook. And then we have to get our different color of yarn, the pink one. Same for me, like same for this one. I'm not going to do it right over here because then I need to knot it. Like just like the same length of the yellow one. And what you have to do is you have to finish off, like you have to pretend that this was your loop on the hook. And then just take it out. Oh wait. There we go. Now what you have to do after doing that, you have to quickly like just pull the yellow yarn, not too tight, otherwise this like it would get it like turn into that and then not like side, the flat side. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, now we just have to crochet as normal. We start our next layer, we chain 2, So you're not going to chain an extra one. You have to yarn over, and instead of going into the stitches here, you are going to go under, just in the gap like that. That is going to be classed as one loop, the first loop on your hook. So we yarn over, take this out. So yeah, that's going to be classed as one loop. And we yarn over, take out the next 2 loops, yarn over, take out the last 2 loops. This is the first double crochet in the gap. So we yarn over, go into the gap, yarn over, take out the first loop, yarn over, take out the next 2 loops, yarn over, take out the last 2 loops. Okay, now I have done 2 double crochets. Let's do a third one in there. Take that out, over, take out the next 2 out, yarn over, take out the last 2. Okay, I have done my first cluster, and it looks so 3D when you do it in the gaps. That's why I prefer doing it in the gaps, not the stitches. Now, what we have to do is we're not going to chain another one. We're not going to do that. Straight away, we're just going to go into the next gap. So yarn over, we do 3 double crochets in here. Oh, sorry, let me show you the steps. We yarn, wait, there we go. We yarn over, you go into the gap, yarn over, take out the first loop, yarn over, take out the next 2 loops, yarn over, and then you take out the last 2 loops. Okay, we have done 2 double crochets, and let's do the last one. Yarn over, take out the next 2 loops, yarn over, take out the last 2 loops. Okay, we have done 2 clusters in this layer so far. Let's carry on. Go into the loop, yarn over, take the first loop, yarn over, take out the next 2 loops, yarn over, take out the last 2 loops, and then you just do 2 more in there. Okay, like that. See, now we have finally completed this layer. But remember, when we had to change color here, what we had to do was we had to take it out. The last ever stitch we made, just go into the outer loop. Do that, it brings you back there. You have to do the double crochet again. Go in there, yarn over, take the first loop out, yarn over, take the next 2 loops out, and you have to keep it like that. Get my scissors, like I said, just 6 or 5 centimeters away from the hook, like that. Then we got our new yarn. We finish it off like that was already on there. And as soon as you do it, quickly just pull. Oops, not too tight. I did the same mistake. I told you not to. There we go. Not too tight, but you pull it just to make it secure. Now let's start the next layer. In this layer, you'll be repeating this layer that I'm going to do into all of the other layers. So this is going to be the last time I'll show you how to do this layer. If you don't fully understand still, you can go back to when I was doing it in this layer and the one I'm about to do now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 2 again, 1 and 2. Remember, I get this, I just turn it around like that. And then we do a double crochet into the first ever stitch here, like a gap over here. That helps if you just go into the gap, yarn over, take the first loop out, yarn over, take out the next 2 loops, yarn over, take out the last 2 loops. Now remember, after doing that 1 double crochet, you're not gonna chain, you're not gonna do any more double crochets. You're straight away gonna go into these gaps. So let's just do double crochets in here. We go into the gap, yarn over, take the first loop out, yarn over, take the next 2 loops out, yarn over, take the last 2 loops out. Okay, let's do 2 more double crochets in here. Okay, remember, you're not going to chain an extra. You're just going to straight away do 3 more double crochets into this gap, remember. I'll still be doing the double crochets slow, just in case you've forgotten. There we go. We go into our last gap. Yarn over, take up the last 2 loops. Yarn over, take the first loop out. Yarn over, take the next. Take the last. Go. If you still fully don't understand how to do it, you can just say it in your head or just quietly say it to yourself, whisper it. Okay. Now just repeat these steps until you get your desired length. Once you have got your desired length, I will show you how to weave these in and how to finish off. So first, I just cut about 5 centimeters away from the hook, and I chain an extra one. Okay, just chain one. So when I pull this will now become a knot like that. And you know all these bits hanging out, these are called weaving ends. So, or when I'm doing the needle or the hook and I'm putting them in, it's called weaving ends. Some people don't like weaving the ends because they think it's annoying. Even I think it's annoying. But let's start weaving them in. Let me show you. So in the last tutorials, I have showed you how to weave this in the thing we just finished off. So I just go back into the stitches like that. Go into as many stitches as you can, because the more you go into, the more tighter it'll be, but not too many. Just I think 3 loops would be fine, like that. See, now it is gone. So now I have to cut it as close as possible. Be careful not to cut any of your stitches because they can come out. So this, what we have to do is we have to get, so there's going to be 2 pieces of yarn next to each other. What we have to do is we have to knot them together. This is the knot I use. So what you have to do is, it's the first knot you do when you tie your shoelaces. So I'm just going to be doing that. I'm not going to do it too tight, just normal. Then I'm going to do the same knot I just did before, like that. Okay, I'm going to leave that at the side because I've already knotted it. Oh, I remember I made this one short. I do this, the first knot I do when I tie my shoelaces. Okay, now I go on to the next side. Okay, I've only got one here. That's good. So just in case you don't know how to tie your shoelaces, I will show you the knot. So what you do is you get your pink yarn, you put over your yellow yarn. Okay, like do it quite tight so it's firm. Okay, now we have tied it. This is optional. You can do it either with a hook or a needle. But for this one, I'm more likely to use a hook because this is really short. So let me show you the same thing I did to the one when I was finishing off that piece of yarn. So I just go through the stitches. It can be any stitches you want. I'm going to do these cluster stitches. Okay, go through all of them like that. Now remember, don't cut the stitches, otherwise it's going to all come out. Then you'd have to do the whole square again, and that's annoying. Ta-da! And this is your finished product. It looks just like the old one. I hope you guys love this tutorial and will stay tuned for more of my amazing videos. Bye!